Before they run down the hill at Clemson, they touch Howard's rock. Only if they're ready to go, because if they're not, as Frank Howard himself said, keep your stinking hands off my rock. Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina, home to the Tigers. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Clemson Tigers offense will get the first swing of the game. Here he comes, and any time this guy touches the ball, and he will touch it plenty, a bolt of electricity just goes through the stadium, David.
And they'll feature him. They'll give him the ball, like you said, a lot, early, often, and he's a guy that can make game-breaking plays. Is built around his ability to run the football, Jesse, make big plays for this offense.
Yeah, he really shoulders the load, right, in more ways than one. The offense goes as this guy goes, so it's going to be important in this one. They get him going early and often.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block back. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Safe completion on the screen. And oh, he was off to the races. They finally drag him down. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. He's gonna pass. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. To the air on first down. Lofts one high and deep. Grabs it inside the 10. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. Drag down at the 6 after a pickup of 2. See if they can get it done on second and goal. He's looking to throw. Dances away from the heat. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he'll bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tar Heels offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Back to throw, it's Moyer. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The Tar Heels will punt it away on fourth down. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. And turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Caught in the backfield, it's McCoy. At the 20, he's got space. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
Man, I love the decision-making right there. Like, drop back to pass, look for your shots. You don't see it, tuck it, get positive yards, makes the next down even easier. That is a great heads-up early down play for this QB.
Trying to slam in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And the Tar Heels want to crank the tempo. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Offenses that are great on 3rd downs, what do? Most of the time, they keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on 3rd and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on 3rd downs all throughout this season.
They've got him looking raw, but they're going to throw it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's complete. A huge pickup. The Tar Heels are rolling down the field.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, it's Moyer. They're bringing heat. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. If you plan to deal with the Tigers, you better be able to handle their defensive front. They have a whole legacy of this dating back to the fridge, William Perry. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. Ball still spotted at the 34. It's 2nd and 10. To the ground with the back. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the runs, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Wide out in motion. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. They'll run the screen. Still on his feet at the 45. They finally get... What a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Past the 40. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
It was a really nice play there. The thing I like about this guy, too, his versatility. He's not just good running the ball, but he can catch and he can block. And you think about all the greats they've had at the position in recent years. Versatility at the running back position, being an every down back. And that's exactly what this guy embodies.
And that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Shoots it to the left. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Tigers! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. And the Tar Heels want to move quickly. Off the play fake. Still looking. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Back to pass, it's Moyer. Fires to the wideout. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? The Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going. Well, right away after picking up the 1st down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the block.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on 1st down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run.
And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Well, that's their 3rd sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this is one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front, and they are giving this offensive line headaches and nightmares up to this point.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
It's good. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. North Carolina, 3. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
You want to change some of this bad luck you've had so far around? Get after the quarterback and get his butt on the ground. Nice job by the defense. This game ain't over. It's still the first half. This is a good start.
Looking to throw, it's Ncaa. They're trying to get to it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Dumps it to the back. Grabbed over the middle. It's Chambers. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going deep. And he makes the catch inside the 15. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Tiger.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. Like the passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Offense gets set for second down. They'll try the run. Can't get him to the ground. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And the Tar Heels will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the return, it's Chambers. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. First play of this drive comes from the 27. He'll come out throwing on first down. Finds his target down the middle. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open, quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Quarterback will keep it, and they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth quarter game.
Ball's at the 24, a lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Got his man in the middle. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. The Tigers will hustle to the line. He just couldn't hold his water long enough in the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Scanning the field, it's Ncaa. Complete. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. On first down, here comes this offense. Running back goes in motion. Looking to go up top on first down. It's complete. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make it.
Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
The trend continues for this offensive line from last week. They gave up 5 sacks last week. They've given up 4 today. The most important part of your offense is protecting that quarterback. They've got to do a better job.
Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. And the ball is intercepted. Made that play and was hoping to make another one on the return, but they'll take it in business at the 41.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Pressure coming. Finds his big tight end. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Wants to throw. It's Ncaa. Unloads it left. And the pass is intercepted. Got some room to run. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. Line gets set, first down. He wants to throw. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Got a man. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Takes the handoff. It's McNabb. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Now facing a 3rd and long. It'll be a draw. Nifty little dance step. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. The Tar Heels have their offense in high gear. Here we go. They'll throw it on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
Listen, we all want to go back-to-back, but not on interceptions. Come on now. We got to take care of the football. Let's make sure we change something up on the next drive. 2 possessions, 2 picks. Offensive coordinator, get the bullpen warmed up.
Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The give to the back. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run them.
He's tackled at the 27. Coming up, 4th down.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. Try to get it on the ground. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
You know, college football is so much about emotion and momentum and trying to find parts of games where you can grab it. How about going for it on 4th down on your own end of the field early like that and coming away with the first? That's huge.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Line getting set on 2nd down. They'll try the left side. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
Yeah, and the number one thing you want to do with a jet sweep is make that thing bounce, right? Don't let it get outside right now. Make that thing go east-west, not north-south. Great job by the defense being ready for that jet sweep.
Got his man quickly. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. 2nd and 10 here. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Back to pass, it's Moyer. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Off play action on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24. This 3rd down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the 1st down.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player.
Touchdown, North Carolina! What a grab and go for the score. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Excellent field position here for the offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Takes the easy one to the back. Across the 25, he's got room. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. Clemson now operating in the red zone. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Good timing on the quick out. Touchdown, Clemson! And the route is on. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Hawaii came through with a lunch pail hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And I guess it's not so much that the Rainbow Warriors won, it's more how they won. It's one game, you don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. To the air, it's Moyer. He makes a catch. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Going up top on 1st down. And the quarterback is snowed under.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
He'll pull it down. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Still running at the 40. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. And the Tar Heels have this offense rolling. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. In the red area, it's McNabb. Pulled down after a pickup of 3, balls at the 13. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Unleashes to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. He'll start this drive firing. Hit as he throws. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After misfiring, it's second down. Looking for a man. It's Ncaa. Just missed on the connection. Incomplete. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. The snap sets up to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
They're going to throw it again. Fires left. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. They want that clock to run. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive reads.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the grab down the middle. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. And the Tigers have it in scoring position on first and goal. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
I don't know about that play call, man. Your quarterback's already thrown 3 TDs in this game. Pollock, let him cook down here.
Yeah, I mean, trying to show some balance, but he has had a great day. I trust him. This is a good situation.
Touchdown, Clemson! And the stomping has commenced. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory. The old saying is pick your poison. Both of them are lethal when you deal with this guy. He fits that Clemson quarterback mold.
That's what stinks. So, yeah, I got to come up and worry about his legs and make sure I bring a safety down to be aggressive in stopping this Clemson running attack, and then he throws it over my head. So tough to defend when you get all the speed, the running game going, the tempo, and then a quarterback that can run and throw. Good luck.
The offense lining up for a first down play. Looking to move it through the air. Throws for the tight end. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Dropping back, it's Moyer. He'll get rid of it. Makes a connection. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. The Tar Heels with the 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Trying to escape and get it himself. That's reeled in. It's Abraham. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And it's his 4th interception of the night. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
I think if you're the head coach here, it's a bit of a mixed reaction to your passing attack so far in this game. You put up a bunch of yards throwing the football. You've lit up the scoreboard, but you've also given up 4 sacks. Pass protection has been a problem. So
going to take a shot at this DB. Snatches it on the right. Open runway ahead. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they've just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. To the air, it's Moyer. Coming after him. The freshman able to get home with the sack. Timeout called by the defense, and there are only 10 seconds left in the game. That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. One more play to pad the stats. trying to get to it. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense snatches it, and they reverse the field. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care.